the globe to bring you incredible insight with a reduced carbon footprint. Future Planet, solutions for a sustainable world.
As editor-in-chief of British Vogue since 2017, Edward Enninful has challenged convention, not least by increasing the number of black and older women in the magazine. He's reached the summit of international fashion and media while battling depression, alcohol problems and a sickle cell condition. It's a long way from his childhood in Ghana, which his family fled during the political turmoil of the mid-1980s, landing in South London at the height of social unrest in the capital. You were born into a remarkable Ghanaian family, the fifth of 6 children. First of all, tell me a bit about your dad, a military major who you describe as a sporadic presence around the house. What was he like?
I mean, sort of old school African military, you know, ruled the house with an iron fist, and we were all scared of him growing up. You know, you'd be outside sort of playing, and it's like, there comes your dad, and then you have to run in the house. And you know, you'll be outside sort of playing, and it's like, there comes your dad. And then you have to run in the house and clean your feet and wash your hands. And yeah, he was just old school military.
A disciplinarian type. Yes. And what about your mum? What was she like?
My mum was very creative. I mean, I think that's where I got my creativity from. She was always making clothes, always making people laugh, always sort of in a world of her own. So they were quite a good contrast, I'd say.
This is BBC News broadcasting to viewers in the UK and around the world. I'm Christian Fraser in Downing Street on another historic day for British politics. Liz Truss has resigned as Prime Minister and leader of the Conservative Party.
I recognise, though, given the situation, I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party. I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to notify him that I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party.
And so begins another Conservative leadership election to find a third UK Prime Minister in 3 months.
The process for the parliamentary stages of the contest will begin now. Nominations are now open.
So, who will be the next Prime Minister? Will it be the former Chancellor Rishi Sunak or another former leadership candidate? Or could it be Boris Johnson, who is considering a comeback?
If Mr. Johnson was injected into that equation, then there would be a significant number of Conservative members of Parliament, and I am most certainly one of them, who would find ourselves in a position of probably having to resign the whip.
Hello and welcome. I'm Christian Fraser, live from Downing Street on another huge day in British politics. Liz Truss has resigned today as leader of the Conservative Party after just 44 days in office. She is now the shortest serving Prime Minister in British history. Just 24 hours ago, she told MPs defiantly that she was a fighter, not a quitter. But her fate was sealed by the resignation of the Home Secretary yesterday and those chaotic scenes in the House of Commons last night. At 1:30 this afternoon, Liz Truss emerged outside this door and announced that she had spoken to the King and was resigning. A new Prime Minister is expected to be in place by next Friday, though it could be as soon as Monday. Our political editor Chris Mason begins our coverage.
Lunchtime in Downing Street and the lectern is back. 6 weeks and 2 days since Liz Truss stood behind it as she became